What if your dinner plate could become a compass for your metabolism? The American Diabetes Association's diabetes plate method turns confusion into clarity. Half non-starchy vegetables, a quarter lean protein, a quarter smart carbohydrates. Simple lines, life-changing direction. Today, we transform worry into a ritual. If you have questions about your specific condition, please consult a physician before making changes. From the American Diabetes Association comes a practical map for everyday meals. Metabolic syndrome can feel like a storm. Waistlines widen, blood pressure rises, energy dips. This method calms the weather by shaping each meal into predictable balance. Not a diet, a decision framework designed for diverse cultures and kitchens. We begin not with restriction, but with structure and compassion. Inside metabolic syndrome, glucose is traffic at rush hour. Insulin signals, but cars still pile up. Higher fasting glucose, higher triglycerides, lower HDL. The plate method acts like smart traffic lights. By changing meal composition, you slow the flood, steady the flow, and reduce spikes. We start with the plate because it is the steering wheel you already hold each day. 10 minutes. That is all it takes to design a meal that supports blood sugar and blood pressure. Half vegetables add volume and fiber, the quarter protein stabilizes appetite, and the quarter carbs provides controlled energy. This is a promise of predictability. Stay to the end for a 4-week plate challenge that turns small wins into lasting momentum. Metabolic syndrome is common yet often quiet until fatigue, cravings, or elevated numbers speak loudly. Food choices can feel like a maze. The plate method marks the floor with clear arrows. Choose, place, and eat with calm. The reward is stability. Less swing, more steady. If you use medications or have medical conditions, please consult your physician before adjusting your meals. A 9-inch plate is a quiet tool. Smaller radius, better portions. With the plate method, this becomes your canvas. Half non-starchy vegetables for bulk and micronutrients. A quarter lean protein for satiety. A quarter carbohydrate foods for controlled fuel. The plate's rim is a boundary line that protects you from portion creep without counting every crumb. Think of non-starchy vegetables as the cool air in a crowded room. Broccoli, peppers, leafy greens, cucumbers, tomatoes, zucchini, high in fiber and water, low in calories and impact on blood sugar. Fiber slows digestion like a sponge, releasing water drop by drop, helping flatten glucose curves. Fill generously to feel full without fueling spikes. Lean proteins, fish, skinless poultry, tofu, beans, eggs, or low-fat dairy, steady appetite by slowing gastric emptying and supporting muscle. Protein is like a friend who keeps a steady pace during a long walk, preventing sprints and crashes. Aim for a palm-sized portion on that quarter of your plate to support satiety without overloading calories. Carbohydrates are not the enemy. They are a fuel to be measured. Whole grains, beans, starchy vegetables, and fruit deliver energy plus fiber, vitamins, and minerals. The plate method limits this section to a quarter, which moderates post-meal glucose rise. Picture a controlled campfire. Enough wood to warm you, not so much that it rages. Fiber functions like gentle brakes on a downhill slope. Soluble fibers in beans, oats, and some fruits form a gel that slows glucose absorption. Insoluble fibers add bulk for fullness. Studies link higher fiber intake with improved insulin sensitivity. By prioritizing fiber-rich foods on your plate, you allow your metabolism to glide, not lurch. Water is the quiet conductor of your meal. Choosing water or unsweetened beverages helps avoid hidden sugars that can spike glucose and add calories. Imagine rinsing static from a radio. Hydration clarifies signals of hunger and fullness. Keep a glass by your plate and refill it like a ritual of attention and care. Fats are potent. Use them like a fine brush. Olive oil, nuts, seeds, avocado can enhance flavor and support satiety. A small drizzle or a thumb-sized portion suffices. Fat slows digestion, but carries calories quickly. The plate method respects their power without letting them dominate the canvas. Build a morning plate, half sautéed, spinach and tomatoes, a quarter eggs or tofu scramble, a quarter oats or whole grain toast, Protein and fiber help tame the dawn rise in glucose known as the morning effect. A calm start echoes through your day like a well-tuned instrument. At midday, choose volume and balance. Half mixed salad with colorful vegetables, a quarter grilled chicken or chickpeas, a quarter quinoa. Add lemon, herbs, and a measured olive oil drizzle. You seek steady energy, not a food coma. The plate method keeps the afternoon clear and focused. Evening meals can invite excess. Instead, craft a gentle landing, half-roasted vegetables, a quarter baked fish or lentil patties, a quarter brown rice or sweet potato, warm spices, candlelight, slower bites. Your plate becomes a runway for rest, not a launch pad for late-night spikes. Snacks are bridges, not extra meals. If needed, pair protein with fiber, apple with peanut butter, yogurt with seeds, carrots with hummus. This pairing tames hunger signals and stabilizes glucose between meals. If your medications influence timing or hypoglycemia risk, consult your physician for personalized guidance. Glycemic index and load describe how carbs affect blood sugar, yet context matters. The plate method lowers the overall impact by adding fiber, protein, and fats, slowing absorption. Think of it as a choir. Any loud voice softens when the group sings in harmony. Your plate shapes the chorus. It takes about 20 minutes for satiety hormones to whisper, "Enough." Slow down to hear them. Put your fork down between bites, sip water, notice textures. When you eat slowly, your plate's design has time to work. Glucose rises gently. Fullness arrives kindly. Labels are quiet guides. Scan for added sugars, sodium, fiber, and serving sizes. Higher fiber and lower added sugars align with the plate method. For sodium, modest choices support blood pressure. Knowledge reduces noise. A few seconds with a label can save hours of fatigue later. At restaurants, draw invisible lines on your plate. Request extra non-starchy vegetables, a lean protein preparation, and a modest portion of grains or potatoes. Sauces on the side, water as your companion. You are not avoiding pleasure, you are shaping it to fit your goals. Your culture belongs at the table. The plate method flexes. Fill half with non-starchy vegetables from your tradition. Keep 1/4 for protein and 1/4 for staple carbs, tortillas, rice, injera, chapati, or noodles. Flavor is memory. Structure is health. Holidays and birthdays can fit. Start with the plate frame. Pile vegetables. Choose protein, then add your chosen carbohydrate. If dessert calls, share or savor a smaller portion and linger with conversation. Joy is not the opposite of health. Care turns joy into fuel, not fallout. Structure your environment to reduce friction. Place non-starchy vegetables and lean proteins at eye level in the fridge. Stock whole grains, beans, herbs, and spices within reach. Move sugary snacks to the back or out. Design beats willpower. Your kitchen can steer you before hunger speaks. Shop the store with purpose. Perimeter for produce, proteins, and dairy. Inner aisles for whole grains, beans, and spices. Make a list that mirrors your plate halves and quarters. When your cart honors your plate, your week builds itself, one meal at a time. Cook once, eat many times. Roast trays of vegetables. Simmer a pot of beans. Grill chicken or tofu, and cook a whole grain. Store in clear containers. When choices are pre-made, your future self eats with ease. The plate method thrives on prepared building blocks. A sharp knife in 5 minutes change everything. Chop a rainbow, peppers, onions, greens, and store them ready. When vegetables are easy to grab, they become half your plate by default. Preparation is self-kindness made visible. Use simple guides. A palm for protein, a cupped hand for whole grains, 2 cupped hands for non-starchy vegetables. These cues translate anywhere: home, restaurant, travel. Your hands are built-in measuring tools that do not forget. Distribute protein throughout the day to support fullness and muscle maintenance. Balanced meals curb late-night cravings that often follow a protein-light day. Satiety is strategy. Feed it at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, anchored by your plate's quarters. Fiber-rich vegetables, beans, and whole grains nourish your gut microbes, which in turn produce compounds linked with insulin sensitivity and lower inflammation. Your half plate of plants is like watering a garden within. The harvest is steadier energy and improved metabolic harmony. Short sleep can raise appetite hormones and worsen insulin resistance. A balanced dinner and a calm routine support deeper rest. Think of sleep as your body's night crew, repairing roads so tomorrow's traffic flows. Your plate sets the shift up for success. Stress hormones can elevate glucose and increase cravings. Your plate is a stabilizer, but so is breath. Pause before meals, inhale for 4, exhale for 6. Calm primes digestion, like smoothing water before launching a boat. If stress overwhelms, seek professional support. A short walk after eating helps muscles absorb glucose, reducing post-meal spikes. 10 minutes is enough to matter. Imagine opening side streets so traffic clears faster. If you have mobility or cardiac concerns, please consult your physician before changing activity. Begin the day with water, a simple plate-aware breakfast, and 5 minutes of movement. Routines shrink decisions, leaving willpower for moments that matter. You are building a runway your future self can trust. Close the kitchen after dinner, tidy your space, brew unsweetened tea. Signals matter. A calm environment quiets grazing. Your routine is a lullaby for metabolism, reminding it that the day's fuel has been delivered. Simple metrics guide without judgment. Waist circumference, how clothes fit, energy levels, and, with your doctor, blood pressure and lab markers. Trends over time speak louder than any single day. For medical monitoring and medication adjustments, consult your physician. Once a week, reflect. Did half your meals feature half vegetables? Were proteins lean, carbs portioned, and water present? Choose one tweak, not 10. Improvement is a staircase with shallow steps you can climb. Invite your family to the plate method. Children love colors. Partners appreciate predictability. A shared approach reduces separate cooking and increases support. Health grows faster in community soil. Busy days tempt drive-through decisions. Keep a desk kit, nuts, tuna packets, whole grain crackers, and a water bottle. When meetings run long, you still have the pieces to assemble a plate-aligned meal. Preparedness is calm in a bag. Airports, trains, and hotels can fit the method. Seek salads or veggie sides, choose grilled or baked proteins, and keep carbs to a quarter. Rice cups, small wraps, or fruit. Hydrate often. Your invisible plate travels with you. A day off plan is data, not defeat. Return to structure at the next meal. Half vegetables, quarter protein, quarter carbs, water. Consistency beats perfection. Think of a heartbeat, up and down, yet forward. Fruit is not forbidden. Within the plate method, a piece of whole fruit can fit, offering fiber and nutrients. Pair fruit with protein, or enjoy as the carb quarter. Juice is different. Concentrated sugars without the fiber breaks. Choose the whole, not the squeeze. Refined carbs rush, whole carbs pace. Brown rice, oats, beans, and starchy vegetables bring fiber and micronutrients, moderating glucose swings. The plate method chooses quality and quantity, turning carbs from chaos into choreographed steps. High sodium can elevate blood pressure. Flavor boldly with herbs, citrus, garlic, and spices. Use salt thoughtfully. Packaged foods often hide sodium, so labels matter. Your taste buds adapt in weeks. What was once bland becomes vivid. Alcohol adds calories and can affect glucose. If you drink, do so in moderation and with food. Water between sips helps. Certain medications have interactions. Please consult your physician for personalized advice. Many live with medications for blood sugar, pressure, or lipids. The plate method complements medical care by smoothing glucose inputs and supporting weight management. For dose timing, hypoglycemia risk, or adjustments, always consult your physician before changing routine. Week 1, use a 9-inch plate and water at every meal. Week 2, hit half vegetables at one meal daily. Week 3, balance all 3 meals. Week 4, add a 10-minute post-meal walk, small steps, compounding into steadier mornings and clearer afternoons. Notice what changes: fewer cravings, Lighter steps after lunch, steadier focus in meetings, perhaps a looser waistband. These are not miracles. They are measurements your body understands. Write them down. Evidence keeps you moving. Your next plate is a choice point. Will you draw those invisible lines and trust their guidance? Picture the calm after traffic clears. In a moment, we will recap the method in 1 minute, then invite you to start today. Half non-starchy vegetables for volume and fiber, a quarter lean protein for satiety, a quarter smart carbohydrates for controlled energy, water or unsweetened drinks, small amounts of healthy fats. Use a 9-inch plate, slow your pace, move 10 minutes after meals when possible. For medical concerns, consult your physician. Your plate is a promise you make 3 times a day. With the ADA's diabetes plate method, you exchange chaos for choreography, anxiety for awareness, and effort for relief. If you found value, please subscribe, like, and share this with someone you care about. Begin your 4-week plate challenge today and consult your physician for personalized guidance.